So, Young Justice Phantoms. To be perfectly honest, I knew this video was coming, but I really didn't want to believe that Young Justice has officially fell off. And I'm not just talking fell off in quality. I mean, they've full on embraced wokeness, and they've done that since, and maybe even arguably season 3. Like, honestly, for one, you can tell they've gotten very lazy as far as animation quality, as far as storytelling. They completely abandoned the light subplot, which it was like pretty much the focal point of season 1 and 2. And they're kind of just like making light references to it.
Come on, man.
So that part is another thing I do not mess with and I do not enjoy. I don't understand. They had a good foundation. They had a good starting point. They had glorious animation, and it is on HBO Max. Like, you have the budget for this. I don't understand why. Like, you can cut corners in live action. I understand that, but in animation, there should be little to no excuse. Like, the budget for this, it shouldn't be this low. And despite what I wanted to think of this show, they just dropped the ball. They fully embraced identity politics. Like, even as far as Lagan, like with Calderon, that's fine. I can tolerate it despite my misgivings on that in general. But even with Lagan, they made this man, I kid you not, he has a husband and a wife and a child on the way.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And it's not because he's a weird looking fish man, which is the stuff of nightmares. It's not even that. I honestly don't care about that. This man, what's the point of making almost every other character gay? Like, literally. Like Calderon, even though in season 1 and 2 it was clear that he was into women. I wouldn't be surprised if Beast Boy is next on the chopping block. I mean, he already broke up with a woman who was great for him, so I can already imagine where this is going. And honestly, outside of that, it's so hard to be focused on the plot when it's filled with, again, politics. Like the entire recent third batch of episodes, which is filled with basically pollution and blah and like, seriously, they're really heavy-handed with their freaking messages, and they're not even trying anymore. They're not even trying to be subtle, but they keep preaching to us. And then, like, I get it, okay, they're grieving. Like, everything with Connor I enjoy 100%. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Even had a few lines of dialogue where I was actually digging it, and the intervention scene with Beast Boy was honestly really entertaining. But aside from a few bright spots, you can't make up for this shitty writing. There's no making up for this. Like, there's no excuse. They've had a brilliant writing team, and I don't even know if the showrunner is different for these recent batch of seasons. But whatever the mess is, it's been a struggle to get past these episodes, to get even through these episodes. Like, every episode feels like it's moving at snail's pace because it's filled with stuff no one asks for and no one cares for, honestly. Like, there was a segment in one of the recent batch of episodes where they were literally talking about, I believe, Muslim culture. And who really cares? Like, genuinely, who cares? I cannot tell you how boring that. I could not get through. I skipped it. I literally skipped every scene that Halo was in. I could not. Like, it was disgraceful writing. I don't understand what is with DC and Marvel's obsession with preaching to the audience instead of telling a goddamn comic book story. Like, dude, season 1 and 2 is probably the last good seasons of Young Justice we will ever get, as far as writing quality, animation quality, storyboarding, etc. Like, everything about the freaking 2 seasons that started this entire show off and put it into the spot where it is today, it's like they don't even care anymore. Like, they're bringing in characters that no one asked for. They're bringing in subplots that no one asked for. Like, they're barely getting into the light again, besides the giant ocean master in the room. It's just, at the same time, where is that going? Will it have a reasonable resolution? I don't think it is. Honestly, it just doesn't seem like they really care about telling a story. It seems like they're devoted to identity politics 100% of the way through. Like, every episode in this recent season has had some version of identity politics freaking racial politics or whatever BS that no one wants. And I'm just so tired. Like, I'm still gonna struggle to get past the show because honestly, I loved this show back in its heyday. Like, honestly, I really did. And I really did wish that as a Young Justice fan, as just a DC fan in general, that we would get the respect that we deserve. You know, at least as far as fandom goes, like, we are the reason this show was back. We did that. We did that. And yet, we're not getting what we waited literally years for. And I just don't like that. I'm just not okay with that. Like, again, I fell in love with this show. I fell in love with the character of Connor. I digged all of it. And it just, the people who made this show, the people in charge of the show, don't give a damn about the fans. Like, genuinely, it's heartbreaking because I still love this show. And I want to believe that maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit of hope for this show to get back on track. Really, I genuinely do. But honestly, with DC's recent track record, with everything going on with woke politics literally taking over every bit of comic book media, every bit of anything we enjoy, it's just hard to actually have hope for anything in recent media, really. So yeah, that's just how I feel about it. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments below, and we're out of here.